guys? Moonshot Gaming here. Today we're back with another video on the channel. Today guys, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown on Team Affinity Stage 2. Because if some of you guys don't know, Friday Team Affinity Stage 2 came out. 30 new Future Stars cards. Every team here has a brand new Future Stars card. I've done 2 so far. I've done the Mets. I got this Andres Jimenez. We debuted him on I think Saturday. And then I just picked up this Kyle Wright. I'm going to be debuting him, I believe, Wednesday on the channel, so you don't want to miss that. But all 30 teams have them. There's a lot of good cards. The next one I'm grinding for is this Bruzdar Gatterol, I think is his name. I'm only 30 away. I'm doing the showdown right now. Hopefully, I can get that card and I'll debut him. Hopefully this week, if not next week. I'm also level 99 silver, so I'm going to get, I believe, Ryan Sandberg, and I'll put him on my team. I'll be debuting him as well, so big debuts coming up. But, so the first thing I'm just going to point out is in order to get Stage 2 unlocked, to get to these Future Stars, you have to have 70 points in Stage 1. So for the Cleveland Indians here, I've got 22. I can't start Stage 2 here until I have Stage 1. So like down here, I can't do any of these. Now, once you have Stage 1 unlocked, so let me choose one here, like the White Sox, I have Stage 1 unlocked. You get Stage 2. You have 3 new ways to get 50 points to get that Future Stars card. The first way, of course, you can do the innings again, 250 on offline or online combined, 150 online. There's also a new one for the Face the Franchise card. This is completely different for all 30 teams. The White Sox is extra base hits. I think the Mets is hits. Same with the Dodgers. Completely unique, 5 hits. And each team also has another team unique one. So the White Sox is just catcher, first base, right fielder, RBIs. But once again, if I come over to like the Mets here, for example, there's this. I already hit 2 home runs with Conforto and extra base hits. And then every team also has the Showdown once again, just like the division Showdowns. There's actually the brand new Showdowns here. So I'm currently in the National League one, but there's a National League and American League one. So I'll show you my national. It's not going too well, my National League one, but it's just like the first stage. But the thing is, if you win, you get 5 National League vouchers for 4 points. These can be used for any team in the National or American League respectively. So if you do the showdown once, you can get 20 points for any National League team. And then finally, of course, same as last time, 10 points for every exchange you do. Now, I said this in the last video, I'll say it again. If you do the exchange 5 times, you will get 50 points. Each exchange costs about 5,000 stubs if you do 78s and 79s overall. So it will cost roughly 20 to 25k depending on the card. I think right now they're going for 30k just because you're getting every card for like 600 stubs now. But if you can find some really cheap ones, you could get it for really cheap. But those are the first way. The second way, you can do a moment. It'll get you like 3 stars, or 3 points. It's nothing huge. And then the next thing, I want to dig into this really pretty deep. I know I said in my first part that Showdown was not worth it, but there is, I don't know if it's a glitch or if they did this on purpose, but Showdown gives you, or March to October gives you 2 times the amount of points. So like for the Dodgers, I just won the World Series with their Showdown. I believe I had 11 for the first half, 6 for the second half, and I won the World Series. So I think that's 30 or 47 points. So I should be at 47 out of 50. But I didn't do any. I got Stage 1 done and Stage 2. March to October is doubled. So if you do a March to October right now, whatever you earn, times it by 2, and they carry over. So I got my first 70, and then the rest carried over to Stage 2. So if you want a Future Stars card, like for example, we'll go to the Cardinals here. I don't have a single point here, but say I want this Nolan Gorman. If you come down to March to October here and just beat it on, if you do it on Veteran, it will probably leave you with like 20, maybe 10 left. If you do it on All-Star, not even if you have a perfect run, you could get this all 120 by just doing a winning team on March to October. Now, I don't know if this is going to get fixed or not. I'll let you know down in the comments if it does get fixed. But as of right now, you can get 2 times the amount of points from March to October. So if there's one you want to do, like the Dodgers, I didn't have a single point for, and I did March to October, and now I'm all of a sudden only 25 away from Bruzdar. So if you want to do one of these teams here that you don't have a single point for, March to October, like I'm probably going to do the Astros March to October next, just because I don't have a single one here, and I can get this Ukerko, whatever his name is, for pretty much free here. And I'll get the Correa as well. But Now for some of just the best cards in my opinion. Brewstar I think is really good. Where's Brewstar? The Sinker Forcing. I think this is a really good card right here. I'm picking him up next. So now as for other cards I think that are really good. I think this Taylor Trammell down here is really good. Really good card here. 94 overall. I think the Indians also have a pretty good one. Nolan Jones, third baseman. He's got good numbers here. He's a lot like Joey Gallo, I hear. So I might pick him up. I'm not sure. The Braves have also another good one. I'm so excited to use. I haven't used him yet. Kyle Wright. Just those pitching numbers are insane. He is definitely a number 2 in my rotation behind Kluber. So he's a really good card. As for other ones that are good, I hear the Cardinals one is really good. I haven't tried him out, but Nolan Gorman, really good card, I hear. So there's actually quite a few good cards here. And of course, I got to give a shout out to Andres Jimenez here. I think he's one of the top 5. I've loved him so far. His power numbers aren't there, but he's got a ton of contact. His defense is amazing. His numbers for speed is really good. Like, I've played 3 games with him, and I've hit 1 home run and betting 375. Like, I'm loving this card. But yeah, so I mean, I think I'll shout one more out here. I'll shout out this Brandon Marsh here. I might get him eventually. He's a good card, lefty center fielder, but I still got to get 17. But guys, once again, March to October is probably the fastest way to get the card, especially if you have 0 out of 70 in the first half. But the Showdowns, I didn't even talk about the Showdowns. Showdowns are really easy this time. So the first round of Showdowns, the final Showdown boss was on All-Star difficulty. This time, the final Showdown boss is on Veteran difficulty. So they lowered the difficulty. You're also facing the pitcher future stars. So like you might get this Kyle Wright. I for some reason been getting a lot of the Brewers down here, and I've been getting the Zach Brown. But like, look at those numbers. That's nothing compared to like a DeGrom or a Verlander or a Hader. Like, the Showdown this time is really easy, and it gets you 20 points. So if you're on stage 2, I would recommend doing the Showdown. You know, you could save yourself a ton of stubs. You don't have to do any exchanges. Just do the Showdown twice. Maybe, you know, do the innings, the missions. You can get yourself 50 real quick. You know, you don't want that Zach Brown. I mean, you could get that Zach Brown. But guys, those are kind of the main ways to get these cards. I will say the fastest way is probably Showdown. The cheapest way, or the fastest way, is the exchange. You just buy whatever is it, like 50 cards or so. The cheapest way is Showdown. I mean, it costs you like 2,000 stubs because you play it twice, but if you win, you'll make like $4,000. It's pretty good. And then March to October is the best if you don't have any points in the Affinity at all, and you select. So say you think that the first Face of the Franchise card sucked and you didn't grind for it, but you want their Future Stars card. Now you can get it. Just do March to October. You'll get it. Also for teams, like I think I might do an A's one next, just because I only have 25 here, and if I get it, I will probably get the Matt Olson plus the Jorge Mateo. But guys, those are the 3 main ways. You could also do much little grinds like the missions and the innings. It will take you a lot longer, but it's a way. Guys, those are just the quick rundown of Stage 2 of Team Affinity. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button, guys. Once again, guys, I'll catch you tomorrow for episode number 1 of Stub Squad. So, peace out.